Right then, another TT video. So it's loaded on the trailer. Now I'm off to Tegiwa Imports to get it dynoed for the 750 Motor Club. So this is the dyno graph from when it was on our dyno. So just over 350 pounds of torque, 302.5 horsepower. So that really, I don't think is enough. But it depends what it does on this dyno. If it does more on this dyno, then it probably is enough. So let's get down there. 2-hour drive. Setting off a bit later than I should have done. So I had to load that up because it weren't ready last night. I just had to fuel it up because it were empty. So I'm on my way.
Take the next right onto Harbour Street, then turn left onto Sutherland Road. Your destination is on the left.
They've got a nicer truck than we have. Fancy. Racing against. Oops, car. This is the dyno. How's it going?
Right,
isn't it? Yeah, not too bad. It's straight here with sat nav. It's not like our place, but it takes you anywhere and everywhere. So these customers' cars, these are the ones then. And that one's yours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my time to car.
Yeah. You're running that this year then?
Yeah.
Sweet. What engine's in this then?
K22, so it's not in at the moment.
Alright, there's no engine.
360 miles on the dyno.
Alright.
So before we go out and track, we thought we'd overhaul and check everything's alright.
Going to. How's it doing then to need to do that?
600.
Right. Yeah. So it's turbo then, obviously.
No, supercharged.
Oh, is it? Right.
Yeah, supercharged, 600 horsepower, K22, and it weighs 1050.
Sweet, isn't it? So what these run? These are about 250, aren't they?
I think they're a bit more, I don't know, 260, 270 brake, but they're on a tiny little throttle body restrictor.
Yeah.
So really high compression as well.
Because these were the dominant one for all time though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well it was they had this and they had the EP3, didn't they? Because I think they weren't allowed, after this one, there was something like they were told they weren't allowed to use the DC5 because it wasn't a UK car.
Right, because all these were Japanese imports.
Yeah.
Easy to strap. I don't know what the tyre pressures are on this. I don't know whether they've dropped after the track there. I never checked them, to be fair. Are you running it then? That's it then. You pretending you know what you're doing with this?
Yeah.
Are you qualified? So the Jerez is on the rear. You've got your cameras on the front, so it's a fair test. You sell a lot of the race stuff then?
Yeah, so we're an OMP distributor, so
Yeah.
we've got quite a range. That's obviously just one of each size. We've got the rest in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Same with helmets, seats. Obviously, you don't realise how different each brand of seat feels. So
Yeah.
we'll try to put some of each brand out so that you can sit in each one and think, oh well, this is my body shape.
Usually more you pay, more it fits nice.
although Recaro, to me, an OMP seat feels better than a Recaro, whereas to Johnny, the Recaro feels better. So it's,
Johnny's a funny shape though, isn't he? He's like long.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we just got some bits on display.
Do you get a lot of returns with race stuff? People getting it and it not fitting and stuff like that?
No, it's alright.
Not like women's clothes then?
No, because the sizing chart is quite thorough, really.
I suppose it don't just say medium or small, it's you've got to measure
right.
yourself, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense really.
So
Yeah, sweet. I didn't know you did much of this sort of stuff. So.
yeah, and we do all of the we do the custom. So OMP do this one art stuff.
Oh, I've seen it in Tweak's catalogue, yeah.
Yeah. So well, that's mine. So you can basically have whatever you want print. You can picture yourself on it.
Yeah. If you're an egotistic maniac, trying to put everybody off.
Yeah.
I'm back at work now because the camera were going off and messing about, and yeah, nightmare. That battery's gone in the bin now. So anyway, as you can see, so we've got here corrected power, 331.1, 328 uncorrected, which is funny because our dyno, we were sort of uncorrected on our dyno. If you look at it, it were coming up at like 320s, and then we were going down to 302. So a bit weird how this one corrected up and ours corrected down, so God knows what's going on there. Torque, we've got 354 pounds-feet at 3,095, but I think the RPM that it happened at was because it was a lot of load and we didn't start it until a little bit later, but the torque's pretty much the same, I'd say, within a few pounds-feet. And like I said, there, 323, that's the uncorrected figure on our dyno. So not a massive difference, corrected versus uncorrected, but it's just, it goes the wrong way for us. So again, this is not to start a dyno war. We need to use this dyno for the 750 Motor Club to see where we are, and that does put us, the power that we've got now puts us ahead of the TCR cars. The TCRs do about 328 apparently, 325, 328. The cars in the class below, the Golfs, like Mark 7 and stuff, Mark 6s, they're doing like 300, 310. So the TT is sort of TCR power levels. It's a little bit lighter than a TCR. So hopefully it means we're all right. And I don't think that power, I'd have to check with my teeth. I think we can have a little bit more power if we wanted to. But we'll leave it as it is. See how we get on this weekend. It's not this championship that we need to do the dyno for anyway. So yeah, that concludes that. Next job, I don't know how long this video's been up to now. I'm assuming we've chopped it down a fair bit because we needed to get another bit in this before we went racing. But yeah, I've got to do the stickers and everything now, so we'll see how we get on with that. Sticker time. So this is what we've got to put on the cars. As you can see, the Golf's not got a bumper on, but that number 13 and all that sun strip and everything's got to come off. The TT, pretty bare at the minute. Need to put the badge on. I had to take the spoiler off because that means we can have another 100 horsepower, which don't ask me why, no idea. I've took the number 6 off the roof. So the Golf and the TT, number 6 was Albie's birthday, number 13 was George's birthday. We can only have the TT, can be number 13 all year, and the Golf's going to have to be number 12 now. Oh sorry, the TT's going to be 13 for this race, but then it's going to be 11 for the rest of the year, and the Golf's going to be 12 for the rest of it now and for the rest of the year. We had to try and sort of work out the best way number wise for all the championships, so we didn't have to buy loads of different numbers and be messing about every other weekend trying to get into 3 championships with the same number. Impossible. So anyway, I'm going to pull some stickers off, put some more on, see what happens. So Adam managed to polish this up, looks a lot better. We're going to touch these little bits in, get that sorted, but I think we've got most of the stickers on here. We didn't quite bit, that should be at back and that should be at front, but that's where it's going. So the Golf's sorted, that looks alright, but these are only staying on for one event, so no point going crackers here. So change to the Durezas, because these are the championship tyre. Don't like them, but we have to run them. No spoiler on both cars again. See how we get on. Wish us luck for the racing.